Alright, here we go. So the plan here will be to take a stone sword because we don't want to break the iron sword on chicken and so forth. I'll probably need a second one for the bamboo. So let's go and be cruel to the chicken. Funny sound. Now, I've seen some people chop down animals with an axe, but the sword is better because of this swipe thing. Now, this is not an exact science. You don't need to count them, but you do need to have a look at sort of if there are a whole bunch of chicken left. Then you're still fine. So I see there's a whole bunch in the other corner, and I like to do it from the corners. It seems to hit more of them. Of course, this is also a lot of experience. You can see all those experience orbs, and it's a lot of raw chicken. I need to come back, the bag is full. Just the eggs we're gonna toss and take a stack of wheat seeds to feed them afterwards. Alright, that is maybe a couple. It's still a good, there's still a whole bunch of them, so I think it's still okay to grab a few more. Okay, so let's use the seeds on the rest. And I think there's still a lot of them, so they might eat the whole stack. And that way we can also gauge their quantity without counting them. So they already ate 40 some seeds, and of course those green stars, those are the chicklings. They're also eating the seeds, but that's okay. It'll help them grow faster. 13 left. Let's see if we can find some more. No, that's mostly it looks like. So they almost ate the whole stack. So it's a good quantity of them. Now, there are two things we can do. First is, where do we have a free fireplace? This one. First is we can cook the raw chicken, but I know that various butchers in villages, they take raw chicken and not cooked chicken. So perhaps I shouldn't do that because I do have enough pumpkin pie. So we're gonna continue storing these until we find a butcher. Then we can make some more pumpkin pies to get rid of these eggs, for which we'll need sugar. So let's take half of that and see how many pumpkin pies can I make. 1 stack of 16, 2 stacks, 3 stacks, not more. It's limited not by the sugar so much, but it's limited by the pumpkins, because I do have a lot more sugar cane. Now the rest of the eggs, I seem to have a lot of eggs, so the rest of the eggs, instead of tossing them into the chest, we're gonna toss them into the chicken pan, which I'll make bigger later, but for now this is serving its purpose. And unfortunately the eggs for some reason don't stack to 64. There must be some reason for it, but I don't know it. And you see little chicklings come out sometimes. It's not always, but there's a chance to get a chickling when you're tossing eggs. Okay, so that's done. Now, I have got a stack and a half, roughly speaking, of feathers. Still have the wood, the stone sword. It didn't get damaged too much. It will be destroyed rather on the bamboo. So, but for now, let's get the flint that we've been gathering for a long time. Maybe not all of it. Let's leave some. 33. So we'll need also 33 feathers, and we can make arrows. Here. Oh, a stick. It's also taking. I forgot that it takes a stick. And I forgot that it gives 4 arrows, not 1. But we'll make maximum amount of arrows with those. So that is... I already had almost a stack. So that's probably 2 stacks of arrows. I'll keep 1 stack on me for shooting. And our arrow project is done. I'm not gonna make sticks from wood. I'm gonna make sticks from the bamboo that we're gonna harvest now. So next is to go over to the bamboo farm, which is right behind here. Look how tall they are. Massive. And with the stone sword, make sure it's not the iron sword, the stone sword. We're gonna chop the whole thing down. That is going to be a ton of bamboo. You see how it broke? It breaks super fast on the bamboo. I'm gonna make another one. Look, that's already 7 stacks and I didn't even gather everything that dropped. Okay, now the stone sword is almost destroyed and I don't have bag space, so we're gonna run and run back again because I don't want that bamboo to disappear. Let's enter through this door and quickly toss them into the chest. Wait, which way was it? This way. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, there's 1 left. Okay. That's weird. Okay, so let's gather everything that fell, because that's also a lot. So not only it was falling on my head and was automatically gathering, as there's a whole bunch more that was dropping that we see now that wasn't being taken automatically. Alright, so I think I got it all. If I missed 1 or 2, that's okay. The stone sword won't be needed anymore, so I can actually toss it. We'll make a new one later. And now for the planting, I do it like so, trying not to do doubles. Or another way you could do it is sideways, but you need to make sure that you're walking straight. That is, you're not deviating. So sideways tends to be easier for bamboo specifically. So that was 1 stack. Try not to miss any squares. Sometimes it's hard to see with the bamboo. There, I missed this one. We can jump and see if we missed something. Maybe here. No, it looks like it's done, and they're already growing. So this one not, but these ones are already growing. That's already 3 highs. Amazing. So kind of like 1.5 stacks of bamboo size farm, yielding a ton of bamboo for my project. And now we can feed the rest into the fire. Have 1 full stack on each fireplace and the smoker. And with the remaining ones we can make sticks. 47. That's it. 1 left. And that's a really good harvest done. 2 rows of full stack bamboos. and the rest are cooking potatoes. This potato is done. I'm not taking it because I have already a lot of experience. Same reason for this one. Yeah, I think we are good. Now, next small project that I wanted to do is to build a fishing area on the roof. Or should I perhaps, yeah, maybe I should do that on the 3rd floor. Because the for fishing you need to have access to the sun. Let's fill up the bucket. But okay, we can do it temporarily. It's not a big deal. We can move it later. Because I want to show that it's safe to do fishing on top of your house rather than in any other area. And for that we simply need a 3x3 area like so, and 2 buckets of water. 1 bucket, and that's why I like to carry 2, because with 2 buckets you can make immediate instant water. There we go. So now I even refilled my 2 buckets without moving. And over here you can do fishing in the safety of your house, so nobody except the phantoms can get there. But I did forget to build a fishing pole, and for that we need some string, and that's why I wanted to kill the so I don't have too many of strings. Fishing rod, I think that's the one. There's also one with the carrots, but I'm not sure what that's for. But we'll need a regular fishing rod for that. Let's drop the melons and the pumpkins into the chest. Now some people have difficulty doing the fishing, and I was one of those people until I understood how it works. So first mistake was thinking that it has to be in the ocean or something. That's not the case. And second one is you need to wait on it until there are kind of blue droplings like that coming towards the bob there. But if you don't see them, like in this kind of a small water area, you might not see them if they're coming, let's say, from that side or that side. Then you just need to right click when the bob is dragged down by the fish. So we wait. There. What did I catch? Raw salmon. Okay. And this is the first time I'm doing fishing in this world. That's why probably there was an achievement. And see, it's nighttime. There are monsters all around. There was those little blue things. They come up to that, pull it down, and you can right click right as it's pulled down, and you will always get the reward. Now fishing is very useful, I think, because it gives fish, of course. It's boring a little bit, and that's why I didn't record a video with it before, but it's a very early source of very good food. So you could get fish, like I was eating cookies in the beginning of the series. It could have been easy just to fish for some fish and cook it, and that way it would have been a much better food source. But you have to have patience to do the fishing. Now the other thing with the fishing is that it's not only catching fish, it can actually catch enchanted items, and that's another reason to do fishing. Very often you can get leather, so when you start the game via fishing you can get an early set of armor, which is great. It's not a massive amount of armor, but it's very easy and completely free, easy to get without any dangers whatsoever. And then are the enchanted items and bows, and those are more rare, but they're well worth it. So for now I've gotten a string, 3 cods, a salmon, and leather boots. In again, I say in the complete safety of the house, and that's the benefit of putting a swimming pool on top of your house. It doesn't have to be dirt, it can be anything. Oh, that was too early. And further to that, you can enchant your fishing rod with various enchantments. I don't remember the name of it, but one gives speed, which means twice faster fishing, and there's another one that gives more luck, which means not faster fishing but higher chance of finding rare items. I personally prefer the faster fishing because I see that automatically as increasing the chances of finding rare items. The last tip for fishing is that it gives you can do faster fishing without anything, just by the weather. If it's raining, I read that the fishing is faster. So that's one thing to keep in mind, to do it during the correct weather. So not now, let's say, but when you see it starts raining, you can say, okay, I'm gonna stop doing whatever I'm doing and run up and do some fishing. Now you can also fish nearby the river, as long as you put torches around and just sometimes look around. Let's do a couple more and that's it. There, so far. Oh, I found leather, but I haven't gotten any of the bows or enchanted items yet. Let's do this, the last one, because it is a sort of a zen slow experience. Alright, you can find a whole host of items with fishing, but we're not gonna spend more time on it right now, because like I said, it doesn't make it fun recording. Let's toss the leather and the string there, and the fishing rod I think as well. Where is it? And the leather boot. So this chest is getting filled up as well. We'll need to make more chests or a second floor, so that's another project we can do a bit later. For now, we got the arrows done, we got the bamboo harvested, we got the fishing done, and now I want to show you. Oh, let's get the sugar cane. We'll need a ton of paper, which means we'll need a ton of sugar cane. So this sugarcane is relatively safe to harvest because it's inside my bamboo wall, but the other one isn't. However, we do need it. So I'm gonna just grab these pumpkins, and we are gonna run over to the tree farm, which is outside our bamboo wall. There could be monsters, but it's okay. We should be able to. I did light up this area, not super well, but good enough. And here you can see not all of them have gotten 3 high, but many of them have, so we can harvest. Let's drop to the level of the farm. This is a single width, but this one is a double width, so we can move a little bit side to side to get both sides. And this is double as well. There you go. Some of it will fall in the water, but that's okay. We get most of it like so, and just have a look and just walk by the side of the water. If it's infinite water, then you just need to walk next to it and it will gather whatever you missed, like that. And like that, and that is 3 stacks of sugar cane, which is nice. Probably not enough, but nice nevertheless. And here is where I was harvesting sand. You can see this whole part I took out, and in there was my whatchamacallit, the sandstone. Let's have a look one more time. Oh, you can also of course get the fish if you're nearby a river. You can always get them straight, and this was where I was harvesting the sandstone, of which we could take some to the village. Yeah, we could. Let's grab a few more from here. It's very fast to harvest it. It's much softer than stone, so it probably won't be able to. Weird sound. It probably cannot. Wow, really persistent weird sound. It probably cannot withstand a blast from a creeper, and that's probably the biggest danger for the village. If a creeper comes near the wall and I'm walking on top of the wall and I don't see the creeper because it's right next to the wall, and it makes a big explosion through blasting the wall, through which all sorts of monsters run into the village. That's the biggest danger. And creepers do not die from the sun as well, if I remember correctly, so they could be chilling there. You wouldn't even know it. See, it's really fast, although the pickaxe is breaking. There. So we'll go. We won't. Whatever I took is enough. I will take a pickaxe on my way out, because I always like having one with me. We have fish on our way. A lot of fish. Now fish can also give a bone meal, so since they're on my way, I don't mind grabbing the food. We can also cook it, of course, which gives experience. Notice I'm not wasting my iron sword. I'm using the stone tool for this. We could get these guys as well for the ink pots, but I don't need it right now, so it's okay. Now when I get back to the village, I want to go with paper. So the bamboo that I got, I'm only gonna keep one stack of it here, and the rest will make into paper. There, paper. Actually, one paper uses 3 sugar canes and gives 3 papers, so that means 1 sugar cane is 1 paper. So there are 2 stacks and a bit of paper. Don't drop it. And store those. Store that. Sandstone 64. That was fast. And 20 sand. We have our staircase. And the last thing I want to show in this part is the map. Now, with the map, you can make a map. For making a map you need paper as well, but you need a compass. So where is the recipe? So the compass recipe is 1 redstone surrounded by iron ingots. It's sort of expensive, but if you do enough dungeons you shouldn't have a problem. The redstone you'll have a lot of, but the iron it gets used up quite fast. So anyhow, you need 1 compass and paper. I'm trying to find the recipe for the oh, by the way, the scaffolding I never built. Bamboo with a string. Sandstone slab. Actually, I could use sandstone slabs as a means of going up and down the wall. but they could climb it as well, especially the iron golem perhaps can do it, so I'll find another way. There is the empty map. So it's a compass surrounded by paper, gives you the empty map, but this time we found it for free in the village. So what you do is you use it and it will show you the level 1, I believe it's called, level 1 map, which is the zoomed in version. And on this map we can see our house and the farm on the top left side, but this is too small of a size for me, so we can build a cartography table, which we will put. Now this table we're not going to use very much, so we can put it somewhere further away. Now in the cartography table, if you put your map and a piece of paper, it will zoom out to size 2, and if you do that again it will go to size 3. Let's actually use that first so that we can see there. Now the map is much bigger. We can see the whole sand area above in the north, and but it's still far away from the village. So what we can do now is get back into it and do it one more time to make it size 3, and that's the largest size I like. There is one more which goes into size 4, but it's too small for my eyes to see, so I don't do it. And if you remove the shield, you of course lose protection, but you can see it much larger, like so. So what we can do with the map is, if we make our way to the village, should I bring anything else than paper? What was it I needed? Leather I'm not gonna take right now because we'll need a lot more to level up that guy. We will need emeralds, so let's actually take those emeralds with us. And what else was it? I forgot already what the farmers wanted. But okay, we'll go with the paper that we know for sure they like. Okay, like so should be good. I see the shield is not in a very good shape, so I like to have a good durability shield. That one we can still use later when I'll start using a new one, and when the new one gets damaged halfway, I can combine it with this one, making another new one. So that's that. Okay, so now the map. If I remove the shield and walk, you can also of course do it with the shield, but it was which way? South. I'm getting lost, hold on. It was that way. Okay, so if you keep the map on you, and you sort of have to keep it on you, if you put it back in into the bag, the map is not gonna reveal, and so you need to walk with the map or take it out of the bag to have it open the areas. You see, as I'm walking forward, it's opening up the map. Maybe we can make it one size bigger after all. I see without the shield I can see it well. I think before I was using the shield, which is why I thought it was too small. And I don't know if the village will be visible on this map, or if it belongs to the next sort of sector or whatever it's called. So that's why we're running to the village, and we'll see if it's still on the map or not. It's an egg. Okay, there is the village. That red stuff, I don't know what that is. It could be the lava next to the village. Is that a dungeon? No, it's not. I thought there was a dungeon entrance over there. But there could be a dungeon under that large mountain, so that would not surprise me. So as we make our way to the village, the map is opening up. It's also getting dark. So I'm curious about that zombie horde. I still didn't read about it. Missing some torches, I think, here. So let's run over to our observation pole or staircase. There, so it was on the village, the map. So it's maybe also a way to find villages is to make a large map, but on a small map we would not see it. So only on a large map it would be visible. So this is how you use a map and find your and our house is on the top left side over there, although it's not clearly visible. I know I read that there's a system or a way to make notes on the map, but I thought it was a great hassle the way it was working. That must have been the red dot on the map. So if that is a red dot on the map, perhaps lava can serve as a way to make markings on the map. You could take a bucket of lava and mark and make a lake somewhere, which would mark the area of the map. Alright, for now I'm a little bit concerned about that zombie horde. I don't want it to appear again inside the village, of course. Outside they're more than welcome to appear. Inside, not. So while I'm here, we're gonna expand our observation area. Now here you want to be moving with the shift to make sure that you don't fall. Alright, so we are way up on top of the village and we can safely observe if there are any monsters. For now I don't see any. So I think we'll stop here, and because I need to read about the Ravager jumping capabilities if I need to make the wall taller, and I need to read about that zombie horde to see why did they appear and how did they appear. My only theory right now is that they appeared on top of this or that tree and jumped down, something like that, because that's the only dark area in the village. I don't think they can appear on top of the houses, because I read once that on slabs monsters cannot spawn. So yeah, I think we did a whole bunch of stuff in this part, so that is good enough for now. So thanks for watching and see you in the next part.